Okay, go.
Hi everyone, welcome to Celebrating You. We are so happy that you decided to join us for this event. My name is Jessica Giannotta. I am the horticulturist here at Hope Grows. And today I'm going to take you through how to plant your succulent that you got at Celebrating You in your owl. This is what was in the white bag that was prepared for you guys to take home. Go ahead and take everything out. And remove your bubble wrap and get out your dirt, your little bag of dirt, and your spoon and your succulent. All these are going to be different, so it's not going to look like the one that I have here. The first thing you want to do, once you have your owl out of the bubble wrap, is to adjust your little grate in the bottom underneath, or over, excuse me, the hole. So you can see that, how it's right over the hole, and that's going to prevent the soil from coming out the bottom. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is add a little bit of soil, not a ton, just a little bit, to your owl, because these guys will take up most of the room, but there's a little bit of space that you can fill in. So take your spoon your soil into the bottom of the owl. Just a little bit. You're not going to use nearly all that soil that you have in that bag. And then you're going to use your fingers, or you can use a spoon if you want, and then push it around the bottom ring, outside ring of the owl. Just taking care not to move your grate out of its position, and then press it against the wall of the owl. With your finger. You can also use this back of the spoon if you want. So the next thing you're going to want to do is look at your succulent and take your finger and just press on the top and just make sure there's a little bit of moisture. If there's not, you're going to want to put on your faucet in a really, really thin stream and then run it under and try and get that soil a little bit moist. Or you can take a small watering can that has a spout, and stick that spout in. This is the one we use here to the side, just to give it a little bit of water to bind the soil together. You don't have to use a watering can. You can use a turkey baster. You can use an eyedropper. You can run it under, like I said, the faucet. This is just what we have here. Okay, so if it has moisture, then leave it. If it's dry, then put a little bit of water in to get it moist. Once that's done, you're going to want to very, very, very gently squeeze your pot in your hand and let that succulent gently fall out into your hand. Very gently remove the pot. Okay, that's kind of exactly how you want it to look, because the soil's all bound together. If it's too dry, this is going to fall apart and it's going to be harder to plant. So then you're gently going to turn it so it's at the top of your owl, and this is a tight fit, so you're going to need to help it go into the owl. So squeeze those edges just a little bit as you work it down. Just squeeze it. It's okay if some of the soil comes out, it's totally fine. There's plenty of soil. Squeeze that in there, and then take your fingers and gently push it down. And I say gently over and over because these leaves are delicate and they can easily break. And if you break one, no problem, you'll get more to grow back. Not a problem. All right, so once it's in, if you've given it a little water before, you don't need to water it again. And if it's moist, you could give it a little more if you want, or you can wait. Either way is okay. Okay? And also, when you're watering, I want to just reiterate, it's really important that you get that water underneath those leaves. Because if you sort of just run the water over the leaves, it's not going to go into the root ball. and it just kind of it's not that good for the leaves, and it'll just sort of sit on top. So you want to sort of gently manipulate your succulent until you have a little access into the soil. Okay, and the last thing that you want to do, and I'll talk about watering and transplanting in a minute, is just clean up your owl so he looks pretty. You're so cute. I would put these in a window, sunny window. I would also recommend putting it in a warmer room as opposed to a colder room. You can put it near a radiator. That's where mine at home are, and they do really, really well because the temperature is high. They do dry out faster, so you need to keep an eye on your soil moisture level. I would check this plant at least once a week, if not twice, because it's very small. So it's gonna dry out quickly, especially if it's in higher temperature room, a warmer room. And if you are feeling the dry soil with your finger, or if you can't get your finger in there, the dirt will change color. It will get lighter. It'll look a little bit more like sand color. That's when you know it's dry. And then water it like you did prior to planting it, and then just put it back and keep checking it until you can feel the rhythm of when it's drying out. When this plant doubles in size, so maybe 6 months to a year down the road, that's when you want to transplant it. So this is going to grow, and probably when it's kind of like about out here, maybe even a little bit further in, then you're going to want to look at up potting it into another planter. And if you have any questions, please call me at Hope Grows and I'll talk you through. No problem. I hope these bring you many years of pleasure. God bless. Bye.